Hostile broadcast. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. The first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up, mod squad? Welcome to another Division 2 build breakdown video. Before we get into the video, if you're already subscribed to me, then don't forget to smash that like button, as it really helps push our videos into the recommended section, which in turn helps the channel grow. Interaction is a big part of what helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and the extra support is very much appreciated. In today's video, I'll showcase one of the best solo DPS builds in the Division 2 for solo PVE. This build is all about efficiency and will allow you to one-shot your way through heroic control points in 2 to 3 minutes or less with ease. Along with the regular headhunter build, this is one of my favourite builds to use for speedrunning heroic content, whether that's control points, bounties, open world patrols or the summit. And I've no doubt it will be insanely good for the new TU15 solo countdown difficulty. This is one of the most simple and basic builds to make and offers an insane amount of damage, utility and survivability. Just off one kill alone, you're looking at 30% armor on kill, 10% bonus armor on kill, which you can stack, 100% health on kill, status effect on kill, 5% rate of fire on kill, and 20% weapon damage on kill. Also, if you pay close attention to the gameplay, you'd have noticed the lack of reloading. Reloading is the major downside when it comes to using a shotgun, but with this build it is not an issue. This is thanks to the pummel talent. 3 consecutive kills refills the magazine and grants plus 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds. So since we're consistently one-shotting enemies, the pummel talent synchronizes very well with this build and allows us to continuously chain kills. This build also has a total of 242% weapon damage and 150% plus headshot damage. Now because we are spec so heavily into headshot damage, that obviously means this build lacks in crit. But you can gain crit chance and crit damage if you stack the perfect vindictive and the perfect finisher talent to gain a total of 53% crit chance and 58% critical hit damage. As you can see via the gameplay, we have plenty of damage and we don't lack in the survivability department either. We even have 3% armor regen for the passive healing over time thanks to the Memento backpack. This hands down is one of the best DPS builds to farm XP or heroic content in Division 2. It's also a super easy build to farm for because it's a gear set, so that's one less minor attribute you have to worry about when rerolling pieces. Also, in my opinion, Hunter's Fury is one of the best weapon based gear sets in the game and is an amazing set to use for new, casual or veteran players. Today's build will require an aggressive playstyle to keep the stacks active, as you can see, so the more you kill, the more damage you do and the more survivability you earn. If you have any questions, then leave them down in the comment section below and I'll reply like I always do. And if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button as we have that 500 like goal here on the channel. Share this video around on all your social media to help other agents. Now we spoke a little bit about the build and I'll showcase some of what it's capable of. Let's get into a quick build breakdown before ending this video with some more insane gameplay. Right guys, starting off with the specialization, I'm here using the gunner, reason being it adds a lot of utility and DPS to the build. As you can see, killing enemies grants 10% armor, every third reload is 50% faster, armor kits repair 100% armor and grant 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds, and who doesn't love extra bonus armor? We also gain the riot foam grenade, which will class as a status effect that will help you proc your vindictive talent. Each specialization comes with its own skill variant, and we have the Banshee pulse, which is my favorite, especially for run and gun builds like this. With the specialization, you also generate 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds, and party members recover 5%. Rate of fire is increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. Adding a little bit of more DPS is always going to be a good thing. And finally, 10% weapon handling while not moving, need to be motionless for 1 second. And that is pretty much it for the specialization, guys. So with that said, let's get into the build. Right guys, starting off with the primary weapon is the military M870, 1.7 million damage, 75 RPM with 5 in the magazine. That RPM will get boosted thanks to the gunner specialization. We have 15% shotgun damage, 11% damage to armor, and 10% damage to targets outer cover. Don't forget guys, that is multiplicative damage. Looking at the talent now, as you can see we have the pummel talent, 3 consecutive kills refills the magazine and grants plus 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 3% headshot damage on the scope, 10% accuracy on the grip, and we have 5% headshot damage on the magazine. These attachments help us reach that 150% headshot damage so we can use the headhunter talent. Moving on to our secondary, we have the named Grudge SMG. We are using this for the perfect vindictive talent. Killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants you and your allies within 20 meters 18% critical hit chance and 18% critical hit damage for 20 seconds. And you can also stack the finisher talent on top of this. Looking at the attachments, we have 5% crit chance on the scope, we have 20 extra rounds in the magazine, 5% crit chance on the laser pointer, and 5% critical hit damage on the flash hider. Moving on to the sidearm, and I recommend either the TDI card with the finisher talent or the orbit pistol. As you can see, we had the perfect finisher talent. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing the enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. Now getting into the build pieces themselves, as you can see, we had the Hunter's Fury mask. Hunter's Fury gives us 15% shotgun damage, 15% SMG damage. The 3-piece gives us 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill. And the 4-piece gives us the Apex Predator talent. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorientates other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So like I said earlier in the video guys, the more aggressive you are, the more kills you gain, the more damage you'll do. Looking at the attributes on this mask, we have 50% weapon damage, 10% headshot damage, and 9.8% headshot damage via a mod. Moving on to the chest piece, we have the named Chain Killer chest piece. It gives us 5% weapon damage as it's a Walker and Harris piece. We have 10% headshot damage, 6% critical hit chance, and 9.8% headshot damage via a mod. Then we have the perfect headhunter talent. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 150% of the killing blows damage. Damage is capped at 800% of your weapon damage. This is raised to 1250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150%, which it is. Moving on to our Hunter's Fury holster, 15% weapon damage and 9.5% headshot damage. Onto the knee pads, we have 12.8% weapon damage and 10% headshot damage. Our Hunter's Fury gloves also have 8.4% damage and 10% headshot damage. So this build isn't maxed out guys, and it is still absolutely destroying everything. Moving on to the backpack, we have the Memento. You do not have to use this. You could go for all out damage and use Badger Tough to gain extra shotgun damage and use the Vigilance talent. We have 15% weapon damage, 170k armor, 1 extra skill tier, and 10% headshot damage via mod. And here is the kill confirmed talent. This is still to me the best exotic in the game. Moving on to the skills now guys, I'm using a shield. Yes, the shield is still viable. If you don't want to use the shield, I'd suggest using the decoy or the striker drone because they both play a good distraction which will draw their attention away from you, allowing you to run and gun. But I do find it's nice to have the shield because it does come in clutch if you get caught out in the open. Looking at the mods on the shield, we have 4.9% shield health, 4.6% shield health, and a 5% damage bonus, which doesn't apply because we're not using the firewall specialization. Moving on to our second skill is the Banshee Pulse. This skill is one of my top 2 favorites. It's between the Banshee Pulse and the Striker Drone. Striker Drone is a great distraction to NPCs, and the Banshee Pulse is just amazing for stunning all your enemies and allowing you that time to either backtrack or just demolish them all. Looking at the attachments on this, we have 6.5% cone size, and then we have 15% effect duration. And that is pretty much it for the build guys. I'm going to leave you with a stat sheet. As I said earlier, 60% crit chance, and you can gain extra crit chance from the Vindictive and Finisher talent if you can get into the habit of stacking them. We have 152.1% headshot damage, 11% armor damage. We have damage to targets out of cover as well. So this build is packed full of damage. It's all about getting the playstyle down. Once you do that, you'll be one-shotting your way through everything. Like I mentioned earlier guys, one of my favourite builds to use, and seeing as we have TU16 right around the corner, one of the best builds to use for speed farming all heroic content, to get your extra materials, your XP, or just gear you're looking for in general. If you haven't already guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Your boy is back making videos. Let's hit that 500 like goal here on the channel. Please share this video on all social medias. Don't forget to comment any questions below and I'll reply like I always do. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Mob Squad.
Want to see what I can do? Like it's close! Alright. What?
Hostile detected.
Caution.